Hi, I just want to quickly introduce you to something that is new and available. It is a 2024 calendar for ReMarkable 1 or ReMarkable 2. This is something that I created for myself that I'm now offering to other people. It's only in one model at this point, but I wanted to show it to you in case it might be of interest to you. This is the 2024 Essential Daily Digital Planner and Journal. And how this came about is I had a 2023 planner for my ReMarkable that I was using on a regular basis, but as 2024 got closer, the 2024 version was not available. So I had to take matters into my own hands. I decided, you know what? I'm going to take what I like about that calendar process, that planner that I was using, and integrate it into like what I really want and play around with all that hyperlinking. It does take a long time, by the way, to do hyperlinks. I did figure that out. So here's what it is. This is the planner that I designed for myself that might be of interest to you too, if you're like me. Pretty much I got rid of things that were unnecessary in other planners, but I did like a lot of the different views, the yearly, monthly, weekly, and daily views, and also a journal feature. So, and a notes with index feature. So let's dive in. I'm going to show you, this is the main page, which has everything. It's the year view page. From this, everything is hyperlinked. 2024 looks like this at a glance. And then each one of these month titles, which you can see in a bigger font than other planners. That's also a feature I added because of my, I have some limited vision in one of my eyes. So one of the things I was interested in was boosting some of the contrast and making some fonts bigger where I could, and really keeping it a nice aesthetic that reminds me of what I used to love about traditional planners before they were digital. Like I used to use those at a glance daily booklets that were paper. So when you're a remarkable person, using the ReMarkable tablets, you're into, I think, that paper feel, that paper feel and look. So let's get into it for like what a month would look like. We're going to go into February with a touch there. This is overall what the month would look like. Of course, these squares are pretty small, right? They're pretty small and you can't write in them very, very small. Let me actually get my pen going. I was using an eraser earlier. I have a marker. I sometimes use this for some of my months where I'm tracking, let's see, I think there's some stuff in March. You know, tracking birthdays, tracking when I'm going to change the filter and the HVAC, things like that on the monthly side. If you wanted to go into more detail on a calendar like this, you can use the zoom in and zoom out feature. I don't really use that a lot, but you could theoretically write, soccer practice, 7 p.m. And then kind of pinch it back to regular size, right? You can still see that kind of at a glance if that's how you wanted to do things. Because that doesn't apply to me, I'm gonna erase it for now. But let's get back to some of the cool features of this. You're probably wondering, as you should be, what the daily feature is like. So let's go into one of the days. I'll go into May 8th. So this is a sample example of what the daily page looks like. It's got the day schedule here. It is 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. I did that because that suits me. Sorry if it doesn't suit you. I might have more versions in the future depending on who else might be interested in this kind of layout. I like priorities here. I don't like too many of them. You don't need 10 priorities. I think people who have 10 priorities really just that's their day schedule, or they're never going to get them done. I like to actually have a few priorities so that you only have enough that you could actually accomplish during the day. But let's say you're going to do some, when you get a chance, grocery shopping, vacation planning, send card to dad. You know, let's say that this is on your to-do outside of your daily schedule, like some things that you need to do imminently. Maybe not today, but they are priorities of like soon, okay? Let's say you maybe get to grocery shopping, but you don't get to the other things. Using a digital planner is that you can actually select just the ones that you want to carry over. You can either cut it out or copy it. Let's cut it because we're just going to take it off. Let's try that again, actually, because I didn't get one of the letters there. Okay, we're going to do this. There we go. We're going to cut it. Now, you could swipe over, but I also have a tab to go over to the next day. So let's go to the 9th. And this is where you would pen it in here, right? We're going to add it here. And just, you know, let it be what it is here. So that's how easy it was to not have to rewrite all that stuff that I didn't get done on the 8th that I now might want to do on the 9th. I can just carry it over the next day. That's one way to use that. Other ways you might use this page for daily notations. This field here, let me get back to that. This field here is static. It's daily notations doesn't take you anywhere because this is the notes for daily notations. And basically I think this area, what I've been using it for, like last year when I was working on something similar, and I've been doing some of this year too, is following, you know, certain supplements that I've been taking and just seeing how my body responds, things like that. If you're on a diet, you might want to notate things that you're eating here. If you are doing certain physical therapy exercises, you could write down what you accomplished here. That's kind of what this field is for. So I'm just kind of giving you ideas of what to do for daily notations. Other things you could do if you're like me, if you sometimes have a prayer list, you could put your prayer list here. If you're looking at if you're doing Bible study and have a certain scripture verse, you can put your scripture verse you're working on here. Whatever it is that might be of interest to you looking back of, you know, this is something I did during the day, notes. You could also put a shopping list or something here if you're going shopping that day. The other thing is that you'll notice here is we have a couple other toggles. We have this daily journal. Daily journal takes you to a just journal page. It's just a standard page with lines for you to journal as you wish. There's only one page though, so you'll notice that when I toggle over, it goes to the 10th. So the 11th, the 12th. However, you're not limited really. The beauty of this, I'm going to show you a trick, to just this page. So what's really cool about the ReMarkable is that if you are long-winded one day on your journal entry, and let me just put this here. Let's just say that you get all the way to the bottom of the page on the 10th, and you ran out of room, but you don't want to go to the 11th because you're going to be journaling then too. What you can do is use the feature that allows you to add a page. So I'm going to go into the whole page view here. I'm going to find the current page. It says I'm here currently. Select it. And then I'm going to go up here and hit duplicate. All right, there we go. So we have the current page that I'm on, and the duplication happened right next to it. So that would actually duplicate your content. So then what I want to do for me there, and I'm going to put page 1. Then I'm going to swipe over to the one that doesn't have page 1. This is page 2. I'll put page 2. This is where you just take this, you delete your content, you fill in the rest of page 2. If you wanted to add more pages, you can add them here. And then what happens is you actually have 2 May 10th journal dates now that you can toggle to. Okay, so what's interesting about those is they're not gonna mess up any of the other hyperlinks, which is the beautiful thing, because I was worried about that, because I thought, man, you know how long it takes to get all of those set just right if people start adding pages, but no. We'll test it, right? I added a page to the whole thing through the journal. I'm gonna go into the year view now, which means it now has, for me, because I've added already another page, so it's like 922 pages total for this right now. But let's see, I'm gonna go into August 1st. There it is. It did not affect, it didn't skew things, basically. It didn't take me to the wrong day. So adding pages is held separately in the ReMarkable system. I mean, think about it. You're also doing a layer of text onto things that it's saving as part of the new PDF. So it's creating sort of a new type of document. If you add a page, it still keeps the hyperlinks separate, which is really cool. Get back to showing you some other features here. So that's if you're in the daily view. From here, you have a little monthly view of the whole month where, you know, these are also hyperlinks. If I need to go to another day in the month, if I need to, oh, what am I doing, you know, next Thursday from here, on the 8th, then I can use this to get there from the daily. And it took me right there. What I also like is it's showing me where I am in the month. So as I get closer to the next month, if that visual cue helps me, you know, that I like to see that. You know, these are tabs that go to different months, but they're not going to take you to the daily. I'll show you what they do. They're going to take you to the monthly. But that monthly takes you into any of the days of the daily. So if you wanted to go to April 1st, you're there. Any of these tabs will get you to an overall month view. And again, you can go into the daily. Oh, we haven't even gotten to the weekly stuff yet. I'm just showing you the daily right now. Yeah, we can do that next. Okay, so we also have weeks on here. Anytime you see in my designs here, the W with that colored in shaded area, that's showing me the week that I'm gonna go into. So let's go into the 22nd week. These weeks are starting with Sunday in this. It's just what I like. I might add other ones later. But so right now we're in Sunday, and this is what a week view looks like. One of the cool things about this view is, this is ideal if you want to use a planner like a task list. Instead of by the daily is if you want to go by the time of day and adding things you're going to do and have those little priorities that you may do. So this week view from Sunday to Saturday is where you might put your tasks for the day. Or if you have a business and you have certain things that you want to do that day, it's not scheduled on like a time schedule. You don't know exactly how long everything's going to take. But let's say you want to do social media posting. Like let's say you want to do, let me get my marker going here again. Sunday, you know, you're going to do Facebook, Instagram, and let's say Monday you're going to do Twitter. Tuesday you plan to do Facebook, and what else is there? There's so many that I don't even do anymore. Oh, YouTube. Hey, YouTube. Let's say you're going to do a YouTube record, and then here you're going to do like YouTube upload. You know, these are things that you could do if you wanted to do a layout for the week of like, here's what I'm doing. So yeah, I think this is ideal for that kind of thing. Also, If you've got weekend plans or special notations, there's a little notes area here. From here, week 22, toggle to week 23. You can also, of course, go back to any of these month views. You can go back to the year view. This will take you anywhere on the daily. The colored ones are the weekly. The title is that month view. Let's go into notes. Notes are different from journal, or they're different from daily notations. This is the standard thing if you've seen other planners do this with the index. So basically you're creating a table of contents. It's already set up. Now the whole line is not hyperlinked. Only the number is, and you want it to be that way so that once you write on it, you're not accidentally activating things as you're moving across the page, right? But this is a notes page. Again, you could do the same thing like I did with the journal. If you run out of room on a notes page, you can add a page. But guess what? It's actually, if you added a page to notes, once again, it's not going to mess up any of the hyperlinks. You need to get back to the notes index. You just hit notes. It's going to take you back. Now, the notes index actually goes beyond. It has 19 on a page, but we can just toggle forward here. And the total number of index notes that we could do is 114. So that's a good amount. And if you're like me, you know, what I do with this is, you don't have to get in the business of adding all the adding pages. Sometimes when you're first starting out and you don't know how many of these you're going to use, you can just kind of skip lines. So I'm going to go back to like here. You know, I'm planning on doing some Substack articles, and I have some ideas for that, taking some notes. I have 2024 planner options, like other ones that I want to do here that I've listed, other template product ideas. I have some other stuff that now that I'm into hyperlinks, I think would be cool to implement. You know, some stuff that I'm keeping under wraps for now, but I will let you know. So back to the year view. That's pretty much how everything works here. I'm just gonna kind of keep paging through to give you different views going into week 9. It's the beginning of the year, so I haven't filled a lot of it in yet. And to be honest, it took me a while to complete it. I thought I would have it completed by 2024. It's being released late, and that was just because I'm the kind of person who was working this project around other work, let's just say. And that's why I am somebody who needs a planner. So I would have, you know, working on the planner as one of my items that I would have. And usually I would have that on the daily. So, but like I said, I like the features of this. That's why I designed it the way that I did. It's pretty straightforward. You'll notice I do not have quarterly stuff. I do not have any special extra add-ons like here's a special way to plan your life path or anything like that. There's just basic, okay? There are many ways that you can use it. I think you know how you want to use your planner, basically. Sometimes people like ideas to spark them, right? Of what else could I do? I want to show you this button here for journal. Takes you to the beginning of January, as if you had a journal that was an actual booklet. This is the first page of the journal. So if you just wanted to thumb through your journal, that year view tab would take you to the first page, and you could do that. But of course, if you want to go to a specific day in your journal, one of the ways I would do that is, those are usually through the daily. So let's say, going back to May, let's say May 25th, I wanted to go back to that journal, May 25th, and here I am at that journal. You're gonna find, going into the journal, the daily journal is gonna be from the daily page. But like I said, from the year view, we'll go back to that. at the bottom here, when it's not telling you what page you're on, you can see this journal tab, just because I thought somebody might want to know where the journal starts in case they just want to read. Like, oh, I want to remember what my year was like. Let's just read through my journal, like a book. The other thing here, when you're in your journal, you'll notice you also can go into the week of that journal. So it takes you back to the week view. So anyway, links are in the description, or the link to how to get this right now. It's at a special price of $10. It's a donation to Aletheia Mission Trust, which is a Christian mission trust. Basically, I'm helping to spread the gospel with another project, and I thought I would use this as a fundraiser. So basically, you can get this journal download with a donation of $10, and how to do that is listed in the notes. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Happy planning and journaling.